Mesothelioma, all about it. Mesothelioma, also commonly referred to as malignant mesothelioma, is an odd type of cancer which grows in the protective lining which shells most of the body's inner organs, the mesothelium. The cancer is as a result of exposure to asbestos. The cancer usually develops on the pleural, i.e. the exterior lining of the lungs, as well as interior chest barrier. Nonetheless, the cancer can also grow in the peritoneum, the coating of the abdominal cavity, the tunica, that in Alice, a bag which environs the testis, or the pericardium, i.e. the pouch which surrounds the heart. The majority of individuals who acquire mesothelioma have at one point in their lives worked on professions where they breathed in asbestos as well as glass specks, or were exposed to asbestos dust along with fiber by other means. It has also been shown that cleaning the garments of family members who work with asbestos can put the person doing the laundry at risk of suffering from mesothelioma. While it is true that smoking can enhance one's chances of suffering from other types of asbestos-stimulated cancers, there is no medical proof to show that there is a link between mesothelioma and smoking. Individuals who have been subjected to asbestos have already accumulated harm for asbestos-related illnesses, which include mesothelioma. Payments from asbestos funds for litigation are a critical matter in law practices concerning mesothelioma. The signs that someone is suffering from malignant mesothelioma consist of shortness of breath as a result of pleural effusion, i.e. the fluid in between the lung and chest barrier, or chest barrier pain, on top of general signs, for example, weight loss. The diagnosis can be identified with chest x-rays coupled with CT scan, and is verified with a biopsy tissue test on top of microscopic analysis. A thoracoscopy, this is where a tube with a camera is inserted into the chest, can be utilized to get biopsies. It enables the insertion of substances, for instance, talc, to destroy the pleural space known as pleurodusties that deters more fluid from gathering and surging on the lung. In spite of therapy with chemotherapy, radiation, and at times surgery, the mesothelioma has a bleak prognosis. Studies regarding screening examinations for the early prognosis of mesothelioma are still going on. Signs and symptoms. The signs and symptoms of mesothelioma might not show until 20 or 50 years after the initial exposure to asbestos. Shortness of breath, coughing, and aches in the chest, as a result of gathering of fluid in the pleural space, are some of the most common signs of pleural mesothelioma. Signs of peritoneal mesothelioma are weight loss, intestinal swelling along with aches as a result of ascites. This refers to accumulation of fluid in the intestinal cavity. Other signs of peritoneal mesothelioma might include bowel blockade, anemia, blood clotting irregularities, as well as fever. In case the cancer has spread further than the mesothelium to other areas of the body, signs might be aches, issues with ingesting, or swelling of neck or face. These signs might be triggered by mesothelioma or by other disorders that are less grave. Mesothelioma, which touches on the pleural, can create the following signs and symptoms: chest barrier aches, coughing, wheezing and hoarseness, exhaustion or anemia, difficulties in breathing, pleural effusion, i.e. fluids which environs the lung, traces of blood in the sputum coughed out. In acute cases, the individual might have numerous tumor heaps. The person might also develop a pneumothorax, collapsing of the lung. Over time, the illness can metastasize or spread to other areas of the body. Tumors which affect the intestinal cavity frequently do not trigger signs till they are at the later stage. The signs and symptoms might include intestinal aches, weight loss, issues with bowel movements, a load in the abdomen, uncharacteristic accumulation of fluid in the belly. In acute cases of illness, the following signs and symptoms might show: acute ascites, low blood sugar level, pleural effusion, clotting of the blood in the veins which may in turn trigger thrombophlebitis, disseminated intravascular coagulation. In a layman's term, this refers to a condition resulting in acute bleeding in numerous body organs. Jaundice. This refers to the yellowing of the eyes as well as the skin. Clotting of the blood in the arteries of the lungs. Unlike other types of cancers, mesothelioma does not normally invade the brain, adrenal glands or the bone. Pleural tumors are normally located on one side of the lungs. What causes mesothelioma? The main cause of mesothelioma is exposure to asbestos. In the United States, asbestos is the main cause of malignant mesothelioma and is regarded as incontrovertibly related to the growth of mesothelioma. About the author, Francisco Rodriguez. Do you need a mesothelioma lawyer? http://www.mesotheliomaattorneyfreeconsultation.com